Hey, it's May 10th, Casey's Guide Service, Lake Vermilion Fishing Report. Getting ready for opener Saturday. Out on the boat, been looking around a little bit, fine-tuning transducers and boat rigging and getting all ready to go. So I guess I've heard some tips and tricks. Sounds like guys are going to be using a jig and a minnow. I just wanted to bring you up to speed on location. I've been kind of looking out in some deeper mud flats and stuff like that, hoping to get on some steady action out in deeper water. I guess what I've found is a lot of the fish, depending on the day, are pushing back and forth already on hard bottom, up onto structure, and there's even some fish in some of the rock piles outside of spawning areas. So I'm actually driving along right now on an area and seeing some fish here and 24 feet on the edge of some structure. The transition point, the mud is probably at 27 or 8. So, you know, depending on the conditions, the sun, the wind on Saturday, don't be afraid to look around. If you're not comfortable finding hard or soft bottom on your graph, just bang that jig or drag it in the bottom and you'll feel that difference in bottom content. So if you're catching fish where it's feeling hard, stay up on that hard bottom. If you are catching them out in the mud, slide out and stay out in the mud. One thing I wanted to bring up is I always carry these along, and a lot of times the first couple weeks you'd be surprised they work pretty well. Spinners. So yeah, everyone thinks drag a minnow, water's cold, go slow, but you'd be surprised. A lot of guys will be throwing crankbaits in shallow water. There's still a lot of fish in the shallow bays. They'll be running 2.5 miles an hour, whatever that 60 horse outboard or 80 or 90 will go at idle, and the fish will eat. So a spinner, 0.7, 0.8, whatever it takes to get that blade turning, even a mile an hour, you can cover some ground. You get out on some of these flats, get a bottom bouncer down and drag a spinner and a minnow around. Bobber, jig, anything. Don't be afraid to give it a try. You'd be surprised what they'll chomp. So they're going to be hungry, and it's going to be a great weekend. The weather's shaping up to be perfect. Be considerate to one another out on the water, and when you drive by, wave and say hello. Good luck to you. We'll catch up with you next week.